Here we go again, Old Trafford roared to life, the crowd's anticipation hung thick like electricity in the air. But beneath the flare shows and chants of, "Glory, glory Man United," a subtle storm brewed, one moment of controversy that might have defined the night, had United's response not shifted the narrative entirely. From the opening whistle in the clash against Brighton and Hove Albion, this wasn't just 3 points, it was a full-throated statement under Rúben Amorim. Manchester United arrived determined to build momentum and reclaim identity. And as the dust settled after a 4-2 victory, they did exactly that. Around the 15th minute mark, United's pace and pressing forced Brighton to scramble. From the right flank, Diallo charged into the box, tangled momentarily, and clearly went down under a challenge from Maxim de Kuiper. Old Trafford expected a whistle, perhaps a penalty. Instead, referee Anthony Taylor raised his hand to signal play on. VAR reviewed and concluded, ball played. United's players and thousands of fans instantly protested. Former PGMOL chief and refereeing expert Keith Hackett wasn't quiet. "Nonsense, that's a foul, United have been robbed by non-decisions." The moment hung in the air, but instead of letting it become a shadow, United turned it into fuel. From that minute on, United's energy shifted gears. The players sharpened their pressing, accelerated their transitions, and carried the push through the first half and beyond. It became clear, the team wouldn't be defined by what was denied, they would define what came next. In the 24th minute, Matheus Cunha scored his first goal for the club, a curled shot from outside the box that sent Old Trafford into delirium. 10 minutes later, Casemiro struck again, this time a deflected effort that found the net, doubling United's lead. United's rhythm was clear: aggressive press, quick transitions, and ruthless finishes. As the halftime whistle blew, United's dressing room crackled with relief and determination. Players pounded lockers, youngsters smiled wide, the older heads nodded with calm pride. Bryan Mbeumo, who would later score twice to seal the win, reflected, "It felt heavy, meaningful. When you score here, in front of these fans, after everything, you know it's more than just 3 points." His words held weight. The moment wasn't simply about goals, it was about proving something. United weren't here to participate, they were here to assert. The former skipper, Wayne Rooney, weighed in from his pundit vantage. This night felt different. From the first whistle you could sense United weren't here to play, they were here to win and make the mark. The penalty call. Frustration, yes. But the response. That's what real clubs show. Those words carried resonance. The message was clear: winning matches is one thing, winning character is another. In his press conference, Amorim was reflective. "We felt the moment we should have had a penalty, but we don't live on should-haves. We live on what we do. This win means belief. It means we know this ground must be our fortress. But it also means our journey is far from over." He looked straight at his squad and added, "A single game does not make a season. Consistency wins leagues. We enjoyed tonight, tomorrow we train to be better." It was a message both gentle and urgent. Revel in the win, but obsess over the next one. Less than 24 hours after the final whistle, United's training ground was alive again. Boots hit turf, sweat dripped, drills were sharp. Amorim had set the tone already, no stone unturned. The session featured an array of elements: transitional pressing drills replicating the Ahmad moment, how to win second balls and punish when possession is lost. Midfield circuits emphasizing intensity and recovery, Kobbie Mainoo and Joshua Zirkzee both pushed hard, awareness rising. Finishing patterns for Mbeumo and Cunha, quick interplay, sharp finishes, celebration movements. Defensive organizational work led by Harry Maguire and Lisandro Martinez, reinforcing compactness when the opponent presses. The target: next clash, next phase against Nottingham Forest on November 1st. UX of intensity, mindset of consistency. What this win means: it's bigger than 3 points. United now sit in the top 6, they've won 3 in a row. But Amorim knows the ride has just begun. He told his staff, "You don't win titles because you beat one team, you win titles because you beat the same mind every week." And in the corridors, players nodded. The penalty that wasn't only mattered because it catalyzed belief, not because it defined the night. Imagine this: the stadium shakes, the crowd roars, a young winger goes down, expecting justice but doesn't get it. Instead of folding, the team stands up, they score, they press, they dominate, they win. The moment of denial becomes the spark. That's what this night at Old Trafford delivered. Not just victory but purpose. United don't just want to win games now, they want to decide them. They want to be feared, respected, woven into the very fabric of the Premier League again. As training boots hit the ground at Carrington, as the team prepare for Forest, one thing glows bright: the identity isn't just being found. It's being shaped with sweat, with grit, with unshakable togetherness. Stay tuned, because this United story, it's only just begun.